Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the new improved SUVIE 3.0. If y'all have seen, I have done another video all about the last SUVIE model. I will go ahead and link that down below for you guys. But this is the newest model, and this is like an all-in-one kitchen countertop robot. But if y'all haven't seen that, or if you haven't heard about the SUVIE, which I feel like you probably have, because it's kind of like the most magical like addition to your kitchen that you could think of. This is kind of like an all-in-one, like I said, literally like magic kitchen robot. It is the coolest thing ever, and this is like the fresh brand new model, and it is so beautiful. We just got this delivered last night, and I could not wait to unbox it and share with you guys, because this thing is such a lifesaver. It's like a time saver. It's serious mom hack, or just like if you're a busy person in general, it is such a game changer when it comes to just getting like food on the table, healthy food, warm food, delicious food. Like, this does everything for you, and it literally takes all of the thought and the effort out of cooking and preparing meals, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever it is. This saves me so much time, especially now that I'm a mom and I have a lot less of it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys all the things that this does and how it changes literally pretty much everything about how I prepare meals nowadays. It is so handy, and it's like such a nice size too. I don't know if you can tell, like I said, I'm going to show you like in more depth, but it's like the perfect little size to keep on your counter. And even though it's pretty tiny, like it's kind of like the size of a microwave, it does so much. And SUVIE did actually send this over, and they are sponsoring today's video. I'm so excited to get to work with them again. Like I said, we love our last SUVIE model, so I'm so excited to have the updated version. There's not like a ton different, but it's definitely like shorter and a little bit just like more compact, which is kind of shocking, because the last one I thought was like such a perfect little size to go on the counter. Like, to me, it's just shocking that something so tiny can do such big things for my life and just like helping me out and saving me time. So I love this. If y'all have seen that video, I have raved about it. I've shown it on Instagram a bunch of times. We are obsessed. And this is the 3.0 model, like I said. So I will have it linked down below if you guys want to check out the website. I was thinking though, since we're obviously like getting close to the holidays and all this stuff, this would be a good thing to like gift to yourself, but this would be such a great gift for anyone in your life that, especially like I said, new parents, or anyone that's just like very busy or has a hard time getting meals on the table, or like wants to kick takeout and stuff like that, or like I said, for yourself. This is such a good gift option. Literally anyone that has this in their house will be so glad that they have it. I can't imagine a single person on the planet that wouldn't love something like this. I was also thinking for college students too, this would be such a game changer, because again, it's like so small, but it does so much. This thing cooks in like 15 plus different ways. It can literally like roast, broil, slow cook, bake, steam, reheat. You can cook like egg bites. You can literally do so much with this little guy, and you can like cook separate things. That's the coolest part. Like I said, we'll go into more detail, but there are 2 different zones in here. So you can cook multiple different things in different methods. Like, you can like steam something and then bake something, or vice versa, or roast, slow cook, whatever. And you can cook them like in different methods, but at the same time, and then also have them coordinate to be done cooking at the exact same time as well. So maybe one will start before the other, and then they'll both be done and ready to eat and like on the table, warm and fresh at the exact same time. Which is like the hardest part for me about cooking, is I can never coordinate things being done at the same time. So something ends up either getting cold, or I overcook it because I don't have the second part of the meal ready. So that's like the main thing where this comes in handy. What I also love about this is it does refrigerate food too, as if it doesn't already do enough. You can literally load this thing with your food like the night before or in the morning, and it will keep the ingredients refrigerated until you're ready to cook, and then it will literally like kick on. You can even schedule it to kick on like a certain time of day, so that you get home in time for it to be ready, or whatever you're like running around doing, and you can literally come home and have your food ready for you. So it can refrigerate your food all day and then cook it for you. Like, it literally couldn't be easier. There couldn't be less effort involved in using the SUVIE, which is for obvious reasons why we're obsessed with it. But aside from me not being able to coordinate things being done at the same time, I never remember to defrost food in time either. I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's like 3-4 o'clock, time for dinner, and like the protein, like the chicken or something, still in the freezer. That's literally like my toxic trait, is not being able to like coordinate those things. So that's what I also love about this, is it can take your food from frozen to the table in like as little as 25 minutes. I feel like we all have something that we could do in those 25 minutes and like check off our to-do list after we throw some frozen food in here, and then dinner is ready. Less than half an hour. So as you can tell, there's like so many issues and problems that I have that this literally solves for me, which is why I said it's like a literal magic kitchen, like a countertop robot that saves the day. And like I said, especially with the baby, which I keep calling him a baby, he's about to be 1. So I don't know like how long I can call him the baby, but I still feel like even though I'm like not as new of a mom as I was when he was first born, I still feel like I have just as little time. But the fun part is he eats just like we do now. He eats the same things as us and 3 times a day and snacks and all of that. So this prepares meals for all of us. Like this can prepare enough food for up to 4 adults, and it's just the 2 adults and the baby. So for us, this cooks a ton of food. Like the capacity of this is perfect. So this is really able to like make enough food for the entire household and then some, which is great. I'm like a huge leftovers girl. Like I will purposely have leftovers so I can maybe avoid cooking the next day. But using this, even though you're like cooking, it like really doesn't feel like you're cooking. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the things. I'll give you kind of like a breakdown of kind of like how I use it and a review and all of that stuff. I'm also going to be showing you guys their meal kit service, which y'all know if you've watched my channel. I'm a big fan of meal kits, but SUVIE's is like probably like the easiest meal kit of all the ones I've tried, and I have tried like a million meal kits at this point because SUVIE's come like the food's almost done. You literally just have to basically load it and like turn this thing on. It takes like no time and your meal is done. So you'll see over here there's like a little like logo right here. This is actually like a little scanner, and all of the recipe cards on the meal kits come with a little barcode that you literally just scan right here, and the SUVIE knows what meal obviously came in your meal kit, and your little card will tell you where to load the food, like put this in the top zone and this in the bottom zone, and then literally all you do is scan it, and the SUVIE knows what food is in here and where and how long to cook it. So to get like home cooked like healthy delicious meals, obviously like you could get takeout, but for us I feel like takeout gets so expensive, especially nowadays, and like that cost just really adds up, and it's obviously generally not very healthy. Like I know I don't make healthy choices when we get takeout, I never do, but when I'm cooking at home and eating at home, I make much better decisions. So SUVIE, like all of their meal kits, they have a gigantic variety. Like when I was choosing our meals for this week, I literally had such a hard time. I always do, because there are way too many good choices, and the macros on them are so good. They're so healthy, but like they're really good portion sizes, and they're delicious. Every single meal we've ever gotten from them is so good, and it was also just so easy ordering and scheduling the whole delivery. But it's literally like the quickest, easiest thing to schedule. I love how it comes all pre-portioned and how I really don't have to do any work other than literally click my mouse. But like I said, you will see in the video, everything comes like almost done. You literally just have to like throw it in here, and then it kind of like will bake it a little bit more, or roast it a little more, or heat it up, or whatever it might be. It takes like literally no time, very little assembly, and because you just have to scan the card, you don't even really have to push any buttons. Like it literally couldn't get any easier. You don't have to get the groceries, and you barely even have to like operate this machine. It is too easy. So I will show you guys how I do that as well, because it's like I'm saying, it's such a game changer, especially if you're a parent or like you're just busy with work or extracurriculars or like whatever you have going on. I feel like we could all use a little bit of help getting like healthy, delicious food on the table with a lot less effort. I feel like if we can spend less time in the kitchen, we can spend more time doing other things. Like for me, I just want to spend more time on the floor with my son, just like playing. I'd rather be doing that than be in the kitchen. And I'm sure you could probably think of like 85 different things you'd rather do than spend a bunch of time prepping a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just like being in the kitchen in general. So that's what this is like, really where the SUVIE comes in and just like kind of changes not only how you eat and what you're eating, but just kind of like your lifestyle around food and how much of like a time commitment and how much effort it takes to get meals on the table for you, your family, like whoever you're cooking for. And I tend to like get in a rut with cooking as well. Like I feel like it's hard to stay creative and keep like continuing to come up with like interesting meals and not just make like the same thing over and over. So that's where I feel like the SUVIE makes things more interesting. The meal kits obviously like give you a bajillion choices, but you can totally use your own ingredients in this. Of course, you don't have to use the meal kits, and I feel like being able to just kind of like set it and forget it a little bit makes it easier to like try other things that maybe like you don't make all the time, because it's just like so much easier that you might as well. So the meal kits are going to be getting here in 2 days, I believe, is my next delivery. So I will be showing you guys what I picked out and how we're going to cook it and all of that stuff. Meals on there, I'm telling you guys, they feel like they're so like luxurious. There's like some really like, there's a prime rib, like they're all like chef designed meals, and they literally just like show up at my door. So they literally go from my doorstep to this to the table in literally no time. And like I said, they're so good. Again, if you're like in the market to make your life easier like I am, and I feel like probably all of us are, that's literally where this comes in for me, at least. So I'm so excited to show you guys how this works and give you a little more of like a sneak peek into all the cool things that it does. But for now, the baby's sleeping, so I have, like I said, a bajillion things that I constantly need to do. But I will check back in with y'all when our meals get here, and we'll get to cooking, and more importantly, we'll get to eating. All right, we are back. It is Sunday. It's like a very cozy fall day. I'm so excited to get a meal going in my sous vide. I got her all set up over here, looking so pretty. Do y'all see how that like is so tiny? I feel like it takes up almost no space on the counter. I love that. It's definitely smaller than the previous one, at least in like height for sure. The other one totally fit there perfectly, but this one I feel like fits even better. So our meals just got delivered day before last, and I was so excited to unbox them. I just love that the meals literally just show up at my front door. And all I literally have to do is like take them out of the box, and then obviously I'm gonna show you all, I just have to pop them into the magic little kitchen robot, and that's literally all I'm gonna have to do, which is really all I'm in the mood to do. It's kind of like a lazy Sunday. I feel like that's how Sundays tend to be for us. I just got the baby down for a nap, so I don't want to spend like his whole nap obviously cooking. I like to like prep lunch and sometimes dinner during his first nap, because his first nap is usually pretty long, but I want to spend that doing other things. Like I don't want to spend his entire nap in the kitchen prepping stuff. Like there's a million other things I'd rather be doing. So as y'all saw from the unboxing, we got 4 different meals. We got a couple different like pulled pork meals, because my husband's literally obsessed with pulled pork. I mean, so am I. We live in the South, so we are all about the barbecue life. So today I'm really excited about this, not just for the pulled pork, but this is the barbecue pulled pork with a lemony green bean casserole. And like that is just like so Thanksgiving vibes to me, which is just very fall. So I'm definitely in the mood for that. And then we got a pulled pork with mac and cheese. We got an orange chicken, which I'm so excited about. And then an eggplant parm, which also, I'm just excited about all of them. These are like all some of my favorite foods. The fact that they come so conveniently like prepped up and ready to throw in there is the best thing ever. So we're gonna get this loaded up. I'm gonna show you guys kind of how it works with scanning the meal card and like assembling it and loading all the different trays, so y'all can get like a true feel for how effortless and easy it is to get a meal thrown in there and get it going. And then it's just gonna chill in there and be ready for us whenever we're ready, which can't really beat that. So like I was mentioning, we're gonna do the pulled pork with the green bean casserole. I'm so excited. I love that their meal cards are like nice and tiny. And this is the little scan portion. I'm gonna show you guys how you literally just like magically wave this in front of the sous vide essentially, and it knows what meal this is and how to cook it. But it has all the steps here, the ingredients, and then the macros on the back, which for me, like I really like to pay attention to that. And the macros are always so good. Like the fact that this is under 500 calories and it's 41 grams of protein is insane. My husband's gonna be so excited with the amount of protein in this. And all the ingredients, of course, are in here. So we have the pork shoulder, the barbecue sauce, the lemon sauce, a bunch of green beans, and 2 packs of like the roasted kind of shallots that you put on top of green bean casserole, which I feel like the fried onions are like the best part. So I just washed out both of the sous vide pans, so we're ready to go. And this is the top pan, so I'm just going to open the pork shoulder and get that in here. Look at that. That's huge. These portions, I can tell, are already gonna be gigantic. And then I'm going to drizzle the barbecue sauce. So this is literally like a tiny bit of assembly, but like, I don't even know if you can call this assembly. And then we're gonna load up the bottom pan with the green bean casserole, which I don't know which part of this meal I'm more excited about. And then the lemon herb sauce is still like fairly frozen, which is how it's meant to be. It says to just like basically place it on top of the green beans. Y'all, that smells, this isn't even cooked yet, and it smells so good. Pork shoulder is going into the top rack, and the casserole is going into the bottom. They literally just slide in. And the recipe card does tell you like which side to put it in, so it's literally foolproof. You cannot mess this up. And I mean, probably eating this is gonna be the best part, but now I'm gonna show you the like second best part. And what makes this so easy is, like I told y'all, you can literally just scan this recipe card and it's gonna know, like the sous vide is gonna know what meal this is. But what's really nice, if for any reason like something happens to your meal card, you can just like use the interface on the sous vide and go to the meal section and scroll down and find this meal in their little catalog and select it, and it'll know what's in here, so you can make this work whether or not you scan it. Are y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Boom! Tell me that's not cool. There's like something really satisfying about just holding this paper up and this happening. What other appliance can you literally like wave a piece of paper in front of and it knows how to make your entire meal? And then you can schedule the meal if you want it to be done at a certain time, or you can just have it start cooking now and it'll just be done whenever it's done. So like I was mentioning, this is amazing if you are going to be out and about and you're not going to be home in time to turn this on. You can have this scheduled to be done at literally any time that you want. But I'm going to go ahead ahead and start the cook now. And I already added the water to the reservoir. It's right at the top here, so we are good to go. So that is off and running. I'm so excited. Obviously those shallots will go on at the end, the little like crispy onion toppers. It doesn't cook with that. Of course, I'm gonna show you guys once the meal comes out and how it looks like all plated up. And of course, we're gonna do a little taste test. I literally cannot wait to eat that. Can you hear it going? That's like such a beautiful sound to me, like knowing that dinner is in the works, and it like took me 2 seconds to put that in there. That's what I think is so crazy about like the whole sous vide meal service, like in general, is how, like I said, easy it is to literally just like go on your phone and pick a couple meals, have them show up, and then it's literally as easy as like assemble, load, and then scan the card. There's like 3 steps, 4 steps if you count ordering the meals. Like it's literally like 2 easy. It's like there are a lot of things that make momming and even just adulting easier, but this is the ultimate one. Because I'm going to have a slow cooked meal that I didn't have to spend any time doing. And like I mentioned earlier, they do have like faster cooking, like rapid cook options, which I do have some of those in the freezer. But like I said, since today's just like a cozy, lazy Sunday, I was definitely in the mood for something like slow cooked and just like comfort food. So obviously not all the meals are going to take 6.5 hours in there. There's some that can take as little as 25 minutes. So if you need something super quick, there's options for that. But if you want something that's like low and slow, like set it and forget it, there are options for that as well. I cannot wait. My husband came in and he was like, oh my gosh, he's pretty hype for dinner now. So now that I literally didn't have to do basically anything to get dinner going, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this nap time. All the work and all the time that you would normally have to spend standing here, now you get that time back to do other things, whether that's like spend it with your kids or like run out and do an errand or anything like that. Like now I have so much more of my Sunday to myself. I'm so excited. So of course, when that is done, I'm gonna show you guys how it came out. Alrighty, we actually just got home from running an errand, and conveniently, sous vide literally said done, all like excitedly on the screen. I was literally like so excited to walk in the door and see that word on the screen because we are starving, and I know Cole is definitely hungry as well. So I'm gonna plate this up. I cannot wait to taste it. Like that's obviously what I'm like most excited for, but it also just like looks so freaking good, and this house smells incredible. Like the whole time it was cooking, you could smell it, and I feel like there's just something about like a slow cooker smell that just tastes like infinitely better than just like your regular cooking. There's something about it, and you get the smell for like the whole 6 hours that it's cooking. So it looks insane. We're about to sit down and do a taste test. All right, I'm gonna really quick. Whoa, look how tender that is. It said to like shred it up with a couple forks, but like, okay, I didn't think it was gonna literally fall apart. Oh my gosh, how good does that look? I can bet you Ken is gonna want to make a sandwich out of this with like the leftovers. Oh no. Do y'all see this? And of course, can't forget the best topping for any casserole. Tell me this doesn't look like I was working on this all day long. All right, now we need to eat it. All right, it is taste test time. I was just posting this on Instagram, and I literally put when your dinner looks like this, and all you had to do was nothing. But it looks like I did the most. All right.
Ooh, this is really good.
It came like it had like so much extra sauce in there. So like after you shredded it, you could like make sure it was super sauce. Because I feel like that's one of your things you like.
Oh yeah.
Everything has to have extra sauce. Pasta, pizza, like the most sauce possible is what's required. Are you jealous?
You want some?
More? Alright, but we gotta try the green bean casserole. Oh, I haven't tried it yet. Oh, heck yeah. Doesn't it taste like Thanksgiving? That's why I was excited about it.
Yeah.
It's very fall vibes. And I think this is under 500 calories for the whole serving. And guess how much protein?
15?
41.
What?
You try it?
I would love this on a sandwich too.
That's what I was saying. Alright y'all, so that's everything for this video. Now that we have gotten to actually eat the food that we've been talking about. It was so good. I mean, I feel like you could tell just by looking at it, like there's no way that wasn't gonna be good. Just based on like what it was and how it looked, like it was as good as it looked. So obviously, like I mentioned, which is why I'm in a new outfit, we were just out and about running a quick errand or two, and I feel like it would have been like very easy for us to just grab a takeout while we were out, just like on the way home. But takeout, like I've mentioned, it can get really expensive and it's usually very unhealthy. So even though we could have done that, we didn't have to, and we like saved money and like kind of just like gross feeling you tend to get after you make like a poor takeout decision, because I knew dinner was gonna be ready the second we walked in the door, so we would have been able to eat the takeout at the same time that we could have just eaten this. So I see that's like exactly what the sous vide is for us and why we love it so much. It obviously saves us a bunch of money, and we just like don't have to grapple with that decision of getting takeout and like what should we choose and like how are we gonna feel after we eat it kind of thing, because it's literally just as easy, if not easier, than going out of our way to grab the takeout. So I'm glad that we didn't have to do that. I feel like this is just kind of the solution for not just like parents, but honestly probably just about anyone. It's kind of just the perfect option for anyone trying to save money and like make better, healthier decisions and save time, which I feel like that pretty much describes the majority of people. That is me 100%, like that is me. So of course I will have the sous vide and like their website to purchase the meal kits and everything like that linked down below for y'all to check out. We are obsessed, as you can obviously tell. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, kind of getting to like prep a dinner with me and kind of like see the process on how we use the sous vide. Like I said, we haven't had this model for very long, but we've had our other model for well over a year, probably like a year and a half at this point. So it's definitely something that like we lean on all the time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, everything will be linked down below for y'all to check out. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. We do a lot of like food videos on this channel. So if you like this kind of content, definitely stick around. And until next time, I'll see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.